King Barnabas has had to endure a lot of suffering during his life. His suffering started already at a young age when he experienced the loss of his mother. His mother was one of the few surviving descendants of the children of the Zemeckis. The Zemeckis was a mother crystal that is believed to have stood in an area in the northeastern part of Dalmatia. But I will discuss this topic in a later video because I think this mother crystal is the origin of the Leviathan icon. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see it later, or join my Discord where we can discuss more lore, because I really enjoy discussing lore with you and love the theories you have posted in the comments. Barnabas' mother fled from Valisthea and took refuge in the outer continent. Where this exactly is not sure, but it must be somewhere beyond southern seas of Valisthea, as this is where Barnabas was raised. Barnabas' mother and her clan were followers of the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima. She instilled the teaching of the Circle of Malleus in her son, and these teachings are rooted fundamentally in Barnabas. However, the beliefs of his mother also turned out to be her downfall, as she was killed in a raid by the followers of a rival religion. This event seemed to have instilled a great hatred toward humanity within Barnabas, but it also strengthened his love for his religion, because it was on one hand a reminder to his mother, and on the other hand it proved that Ultima needs to reign over humans as they are evil. Eventually Barnabas awakened as the dominant of Odin and departed for mainland Valisthea, where he would proceed to go on a path on conquest that saw him found the kingdom of Walut and take all of the eastern continent of Ash. At some point after founding his country, he would take Sidolphus Telamon and Benedicta Harmon into his service as his Lord Commander and head of special operations respectively. However, he eventually had a falling out with the former, resulting in him using Odin's power to create Sleipnir Harbard to serve as his new Lord Commander. At some unknown point in time, Barnabas would come in contact with Ultima, the very being who his people worshipped. Agreeing with his god belief that all of humanity's evils are a result of free will, he submitted to him and began enacting his will. At one point in the game, we see Barnabas talking to Ultima. Although Barnabas is a strong, intelligent person, he is completely submissive towards Ultima, and he does whatever he requires of him. Ultima pleases Barnabas by shapeshifting into different figures like Benedicta and Hugo, but eventually turns into the person Barnabas loves the most, his mother. Barnabas yearns for his mother, and Ultima plays into that. He provides Barnabas moments with his mother. This strengthens Barnabas' faith in Ultima. Although Barnabas would gain devoted and loyal followers in his kingdom, becoming renowned as a legend throughout the world, they in fact meant nothing to him, only a means to an end for his mission to aid his god Ultima. Even one of his most trusted followers, Benedicta, was expendable to him. Even worse, Barnabas was willing to defile Benedicta's corpse after Clive killed her, severing her head and sending it in a box to Hugo Kupka, as part of a plan to pin the other dominants against Clive. Having become desensitized to the cruelty found in Valisthea and seeing the people squander magic, remaining distraught at the loss of his mother as a child and feeling his childhood fate validated after meeting Ultima, Barnabas came to the conclusion that human free will and consciousness are the source of the world's woes. Therefore, Barnabas believed that only by surrendering humans' will to Ultima, humanity would be granted salvation, and so he became Ultima's most loyal follower. As a result, he decided to make his whole army and the Beastmen tribes Akashic. An Akashic is a living being overexposed to ether. When overexposed to ether, creatures are stripped of any intelligence or sense and in return gain extreme strength and aggression. They are easily spotted by their blue glow. Barnabas also turned himself into an Akashic, but he was able to maintain his appearance and sanity through Odin's power, allowing him to retain his youth and continue ruling his nation even 40 years after his ascension. Most men in Valisthea regard the Akashic as mindless monsters, but Barnabas refers to them as divine. In his battle against Clive, Clive points out a critical flaw in Barnabas' belief, for firmly believing that free will is evil. However, Barnabas still chooses to serve Ultima of his own free will. Barnabas acknowledges this flaw, but he still remains committed to his belief that Ultima will save humanity, and so he was willing to lay down his life and give Clive the power of Odin to make him presentable to Ultima, thus allowing himself to die, content that he had aided his master and he would reunite with his mother. His commitment to Ultima would later be proven to be misplaced, for the powerful being had no intention of saving humanity, despite once having the same views on free will. Ultima merely used Barnabas to prepare Clive and making him his perfect vassal, and prepared a spell that would wipe the land clean, destroying humanity along with everything else, thus making Barnabas a pawn in his designs. That makes it even more sad that the god who Barnabas worshipped and loved the most was actually the one who betrayed him the most. Let me know what you think of Barnabas in the comments.